right. This is a walkthrough of the garden in its current state. It's my pond I'm working on. But here, actually I want to show you guys something here. The end of the property is the future fig garden. So I've got a whole bunch of holes dug here that are for future figs in ground, and I'm going to share that information with you guys with which varieties I plan on putting in ground based off of some of the knowledge and reviews and past experiences with different varieties. I'm only putting the ones that are productive, reliable, and tasty. So if it's redundant, it's not going in ground. If it's been kind of iffy and hasn't fruited, it's not going into this patch. I still have this whole side of the yard here that I could probably do a whole row of trees as well right here. So really good varieties up against this fence right here, because that's where it gets the most sun. Decent varieties will go in here. Decent to good will go there. So, yeah, actually I want to point out why I haven't made any videos this year. Well, for one, I had my third son. And for any of you that have kids, it's not easy to take care of a young one, especially 3 now, and then, you know, work full-time job, and then have a YouTube channel, a blog, a side business during the weekend, and yeah, so I've been busy, and I've had to sacrifice some things, which was making YouTube videos. But on top of that, the other problem this year has been the weather. We had a really late snowstorm in March, and it actually reset the fig plants to, I don't know, really early spring. And so instead of, you know, having that month in March to grow, I had a lot of die off at the tips, and then, you know, they kind of reset in April, and so a lot of the figs did not ripen this year. The ones that did fine previous years did not ripen this year. And now we're hitting end of September, and guess what? There's a lot of rain and a lot of problems that are associated with the rain, which is the figs are splitting, they're attracting fruit flies, they're attracting ants. They just don't taste good when they get watered down. Figs outside of California and warm areas just do not taste as good, especially here in the wet area of the Northwest. You know, our summers usually are pretty dry. This year has been very mild, so the fig crop has sucked, which actually has really pushed me to even, you know, try to do more about shrinking my collection down. And so, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I have at the end of September. I had to cancel our fig tasting event this year because there was just not enough figs to do tests on or reviews on. So yeah, so let's turn this around and take a look at this. So this here, Black Zadar, doesn't look very good, does it? It's small. I've taken it outside of the greenhouse, and there's almost nothing as far as ripe figs. Tacoma Violet has been surprisingly very awesome, even though I took it out of the greenhouse, put it into a pot, and you know, it's been through the same weather, but it's been super productive. You can see here when it's not in the greenhouse, it's a lot smaller and darker for Tacoma Violet, but it's been very tasty still. So this is a winner for me, and that goes into the premium area for a in-ground fig. This is Enrico right here, and Enrico actually has been very good. this fig has been ripening through the wetness. It's not in a very big pot, but it's been doing well and it's been very productive, and I've been kind of enjoying this fig, and so have the birds. They pick at it, but if you look at this, see the color of that fig? It looks like crap, right? Looks like shit because of all that rain. It gets kind of rotten. You don't want to really eat that, and I really don't want to share that with anybody during the fig tasting event because I don't want anybody to get sick. But all of this right here, let's find trees that have figs on them. This is Mavrasica. This one isn't looking too bad. I mean, probably won't taste very sweet, but Mavrasica has been interesting. You know, 1 year old fruit, the next year it doesn't. A whole bunch of trees here. I just want to point out the ones that have ripe fruit on it or close to ripe fruit on it. So let's keep walking. And let's see. See, I don't have a whole lot to pick from. Oh, here's a very cool tree right here. See all those tags? It's like Christmas, right? It's like ornaments on a Christmas tree. So this tree has been loaded up with my top 10 figs, and a few of them have taken. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So including the rootstock, that's 9 varieties on this tree. And you see this right here? This is actually a golden riverside graft. And it's taken and it's fruit, and you can see how great golden riverside is, golden rainbow, whatever you want to call it. It's grafted, and it's literally the only the only variety on here that's giving me fig that's gonna ripen potentially. So to me, that's a real winner. I mean, I took this thing, was in the greenhouse, and I'm probably just going to, no, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in this pot, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'll put it in ground. But anyhow, keep walking. You know, I've got most of these trees here. I'm actually either trying to sell off this winter or give away. If you're interested in figs and you're local, shoot me an email, and I might have a free fig for you. There's the pond. All that is rainwater. I kind of had to stop my my work on the pond because, I mean, it's raining. So who wants to work out in the rain? Anyhow, this is Longadute. Longadute / Pellegrino from Mario. And look at this. It's a rotten fruit. And look at all the bugs on this. There's a whole bunch of ants in that eye. It just doesn't look good, right? This is the problem with kind of a wet climate during the fall. You get kind of this kind of fruit. It's gross, and nobody likes that. And you can't really eat it, right? These are still firm. This thing has been very productive. I've eaten a few off of it, but thrown away more than I would like to admit, because of just the ant infestation, kind of like that moldy rot. It's kind of yucky. Let's let that go. And then this whole side right here, I mean, I've got a whole wall of figs up next to the greenhouse, and nothing has ripened. This gets a lot of sun. I don't know what's causing it. It's just a terrible season in general. Let's walk over here. What tree is this? There's a ripe fruit on here. This could be raspberry latte, maybe. Kind of has like the reddish stems, interesting leaves. The label. This is what the label looks like when you use popsicle sticks. It looks like looks impossible to read. Is what it looks like. Oh, look at this. This is a big fig. This one is a super red hybrid jumbo or super red hybrid. That is a big fig. It's still hard, so it's not even ripe yet. Here's a bunch of figs here. Bass's favorite. Look at this weed right here. You gotta go, buddy. Nothing's ripe. Must have been windy, as I've got pots that are on the ground. Let's just pick that up. Here's something cool. This is the Tia Pena that I got from Adam. And here's a fig here that is very interesting. I don't know. It's super loaded with figs and very productive, obviously. But I have no idea what the heck it is in terms of what it should look like for a ripe fruit. And this particular one is kind of odd shape. I'm gonna pick it. Yuck. See that? More problems with wet weather. Very rotten. You squeeze it and it bubbles out like that. Oh, what a waste. I really want to try this because I've never had it. But again, this has to be thrown out, shot put down the yard. And maybe some critter or worm will eat it. Yeah, smells kind of rotten too, which is not good. This is a great fruit right here. This is my goldenberry, and it's been super productive. I'm getting reports that goldenberry will overwinter here and come back in the spring. It may die off, but it's like a perennial in this climate. That's goldenberry right there. It's got some weird stuff happening on there. I'm not gonna eat it. This is my pride and joy. You see this beautiful plant with the red tips. This is my Miracle Rubra. And when I got it, I'll show a picture. When I first got it, it was just a tiny little plant with a couple leaves. But I've been babying this thing, and it's grafted. So you see the blue line here and the red line there. That's male and female. You need male and female to get ripe fruit on this. So this is going to be protected in the winter for sure. Check this out. This is Pink Jerusalem. So this is the Pink Jerusalem. It's a pretty good sized fig. It was actually on my chopping block, but I'm thinking it might have a chance next year if we actually have a long enough season. And it's big. I want to try it. You know, I don't buy figs so that it just sits there ornamentally. If I want to do that, I'll just buy a whole bunch of Japanese maples, which I like as well. So these are kind of cool. This is a Mexican dogwood. Very pretty flowers. Looks like almost like an orchid. So yeah, I guess this has turned into a little bit of a tour. And then I picked up Nolan. Okay, Nolan's with me right now, and he's gonna help me pick some figs. This is Floria. Floria is definitely one to go on in ground here. It's
no one.
And there's one over there, Nolan. Here, look. Hey, can you help me get this one?
No.
Here, go pick it. Okay. Yeah, get it. This is Floria. Definitely an in-ground candidate. Is it too? Here, stand here. Nolan's doing a little crying. He's not feeling too well. Ooh, look at that. You wanna hold it?
No.
Okay, well, I'll eat it. Some years it tastes like crap. This year it tastes good. It tastes okay. The rains have made it kind of watery. So let's go to the other side of the yard. This right here is the Iraqi. See the leaves? And I do have ripe fruit on here. But actually, it does not taste good. This fig tastes more ornamental than anything else. Let's go back to this Iraqi here. Now this, one would think is a ripe fig. Right? Let's break it apart. It's Got an amber yellow color on there. Oh, this is the second time I've tried it, and ugh, gross. Yuck. Okay, that's plain and simple. Tastes gross. All right, now let's move on to the next thing here. See these trees? These are Stewardia. I collected them from a nursery that was closing. They're like, come dig out whatever trees you want. Picked up a few that would become good bonsai. Look at that maple trunk right here. It's already starting to grow back like crazy. This is a lion's head. So that's kind of a new hobby that I've gotten into, is doing bonsais. And these are kind of cool. This is actually the Arbutus unita. I'm trying to bonsai the strawberry tree. This is my bonsai rack. Beautiful juniper right here. This is a, gosh, why is the names? It's not Itogawa, but I'll think about the name later. This has got a beautiful trunk here. I got this from Bonsai Northwest. Beautiful curving structure. Here's some more figs. Another bonsai here. This is actually my dad's bonsai. Yeah, more bonsais. And then more figs. And this is the other side of the yard. Now, here's one. This is the Sicily Fig. This is definitely a candidate for in-ground fig. Not ripe yet. Very good fig. I got that from Marcus in Tacoma, and it's turned out to be a real winner. Tasty, it's large, it's delicious. Golden Riverside right here. Look at this. This has got like kind of like a tomato rot. I don't know if I need to kind of add some magnesium and calcium so that it doesn't get that problem, but it's very peat heavy, so it could need some lime as well. Some additional figs. This one's in ground. This is an LDA. It's been terrible in this spot. Olympian has been okay. This is the Burns Brown Turkey. You know, it's pushed out a few figs here, and I haven't really, only picked one off. This is my Ronde de Bordeaux. It's been actually quite good this year, and the fruits look good. I know that Ram has reported some splitting problems with his, but you know, I get that, a little bit of that too. But overall, it's been really good. Ants all over this, so we'll let that guy go. Here's a beautiful one right here. Beautiful RDB. Not quite ready. Desert King. My VDB has been a real disappointment last couple of years. Main crop doesn't ripen. First crop gets cleaned out by critters, so not entirely its fault. Peter's Honey. Same situation. And the Chicago Hardy here. So anyhow, if any of you have been wondering where I've been, this is kind of what I've done. Is got into bonsai, got into koi, had a baby, and haven't made any videos because it's been crazy and busy. My yard's been, well, I call it a force. Everybody calls it a force. So anyhow, there's my number one son. I'll do some more follow-ups, but you know, the channel is going to evolve a little bit. It's going to incorporate more bonsai, incorporate some kois, as well as figs. So you know, everything that's happening in my backyard. Until the next time, bye everybody.